Hi everyone, it's me again, Alexandra Liaga, BS Ed Filipino. So for today's video, we are going to talk about the Chapter 3, Flexible Learning Environment. Flexible learning is a method of learning where students are given freedom in how, what, when, and where they learn. Flexible learning environments address how physical space is used, how students are grouped during learning, and how time is used throughout teaching. With space, students may be given dedicated breakouts rooms to work collaboratively. Schools may restructure traditional schedules to provide students with time for collaboration and other activities such as guest speakers or performances to assist their understanding of a topic. So next is online distance learning, also called distance education, e-learning, and online learning. Form of education in which the main elements include physical separation of teachers and students during instruction and the use of various technologies to facilitate student-teachers and student-student communication. Distance learning traditionally has focused on non-traditional students, such as full-time workers, military personnel, and non-residents or individuals in remote regions who are unable to attend classroom lectures. The flexible mode of learning uses a platform such as Moodle, Google Classroom, Schoology, or etc. These are free programs designed for educational purposes. It has features that are patterned after the instructional activities of a teacher in a physical classroom. When you use this, you can actually hold a lesson post question for discussion, hold an online chat discussion, give assessment activities, and provide references or links to other online materials. Features relevant to instruction and facilitating of learning. A massive open online course is an online course aimed at unlimited participation and open access via the web. In addition to traditional course materials such as film lectures, readings, and problem sets, many MOOCs provide interactive courses with user forum to support community interactions among students, professors, and teaching assistants, as well as immediate feedback to quick quizzes and assignments. MOOCs are recent and widely research development in distance education, first introduced in 2006 and emerged as a popular mode of learning in 2012. EduCourse helps higher education optimize the impact of IT. All EduCourse activities and services aim to strengthen higher education, from building the IT profession to connecting the facilitating collaboration across the community of practitioners, the leaders and key influencers to providing expert research, data, and analysis to better inform strategic decision making on campus. EduCourse helps members understand and strategic role of IT on campus as well as make the most of the rule. So what is synchronous and asynchronous learning? Here is the video that can explain the difference of the two teaching method in the flexible learning mode.
Synchronous and asynchronous learning. What is synchronous learning? A traditional classroom is an example of synchronous learning, where all students learn the same things at the same time and in the same place. What is asynchronous learning? Asynchronous learning is the opposite of synchronous learning, a student-centered teaching method that uses online resources to facilitate learning without requiring students and instructors to be in the same place and at the same time. Asynchronous learning requires asynchronous communication tools with types of communication. It has modes, benefits, downsides, and its uses. It can be uses of email, websites, discussion boards and forums, discussion guidelines, blogs, weblogs, wikis, Facebook, Twitter, podcasting, e-portfolios, and threaded conferencing systems. Course management systems such as Campus Cruiser, Learning Management System, Desire to Learn, Blackboard, WebCity, Google Classroom, OneNote Class, LRMDS for the support learning materials, Debit Commons, Moodle, Edmodo, and Sakai. They have been developed to support online interaction, allowing users to organize discussions, post and reply to messages, and upload and access multimedia. Asynchronous learning advantages. Learners can study at any time and at any pace according to their own needs. Students have the ability to go back to their pieces they need to brush up on. There is the opportunity to review outside resources to aid instruction. Asynchronous learning disadvantages. Limited access to an instructor and or getting answers in real time. Some students may struggle without constant guidance and instruction. Not all instruction is best suited for self-paced learning. Not all students have the proper or even have equipment, most especially in public schools, except they were provided by the government or school. Asynchronous learning roles of teachers. Online learning requires a shift from a teacher-centered environment to a student-centered environment where the instructor or the teacher must take on multiple new roles. The constructivist theory that supports asynchronous learning demands that instructors become more than dispensers of knowledge. It requires that they become instructional designers, facilitators, and assessors of both grades and their teaching methods. Asynchronous learning on roles of learners. The student-centered nature of asynchronous online learning requires students to be actively involved with and take more responsibility for their own learning. Students are required to become proficient with the technology required for the course, use new methods of communication with both peers and instructors, and strengthen their interdependency through collaboration with their peers.